My name is Lisa Fingleton.
And I'm Rena Blake, and we're here at the Barn Away. It's a small holding just outside Ballybunion, North Kerry. We have 20 acres. We're an eco-social farm with a lot of art thrown in. We do like small-scale growing, a couple of tunnels, lot of raised beds, and we're farming for nature.
We've been up and down, I suppose, to the Barn Away for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
But probably about 16 years full time. Over the years, I suppose, certainly I've become much more conscious of climate change and the biodiversity crisis. So we're actually farming more ideas now. So we do a lot of art projects here on the farm and creative climate action projects with Creative Ireland. One of them is called Brilliant Ballybunion, and that's working with the community to look at how can we take climate action and protect biodiversity by growing food together, by protecting the nature that still exists around us, and by doing that in a creative way. So I suppose a lot of people, when they come here, they're looking at Be the Change, and everything we do here has to do with food, creativity and biodiversity. So, and very much about that Mahatma Gandhi quote where it was about Be the Change. Like, I just think so many times people are lecturing people or telling people what to do in terms of climate change and biodiversity, but I think we're all have to be the change we want to see as opposed to telling anyone else what we want them to do. So we do try that here. It's a bit challenging sometimes. This is our tunnel that we created with Kerry Social Farming. It's more accessible for the people who come here to use it. So the idea is that they can sit on the benches and be more comfortable, you know, that you're not having to stoop down or kneel down. So social farming is a voluntary thing that we do every Friday, and people come here then to grow and learn how to grow and make apple tart and sit down and have a chat.
The space itself has become kind of multi-purpose, really. So most of our social farming on the Fridays and weekdays would be possibly seeding, reseeding, and doing the work up here. And then everything stays up here for about 3 to 5 weeks, depending on the germination and the growth spurts. And then we take it down and put it into the garden. I think the social farming has moulded how we use Barna here, and how things over the years, it's kind of, we've grown with it and it's grown with us. When we started off first, we were very traditional farming focused. We had the cows and the chickens and the sheep. We've done everything actually. We had big field scale growing, but I suppose over the last 20 years, and particularly the last 2 or 3 years, everything has scaled down to like small vegetable growing, and then ecology has just taken over. We're basically turning the place has turned into just one big biodiversity project, really. That's one of the bat boxes, and you can see it's kind of got a serrated backside to it, so that's for them to crawl up. And there could be a cluster of maybe 20 living inside in that. They live in a family unit and they just curl a little ball. It's quite active. You can see them.
And I suppose these are like, we have, oh my gosh, probably 100 ash trees, say, on the land. And I suppose more and more, I think the reason we've gone from kind of any kind of farming and more towards biodiversity is you realise how much the trees are in crisis. And there's a lovely poet who says that trees think we're their children. You know, it's a beautiful line, Andrea Gibson. But I think now we're being called on by the trees to be their guardians, not their children anymore, behaving really badly and destroying them, you know.
In this particular field, it was mainly potato, and it was a field scale kind of veg garden up until about 2 years ago, and we just converted back into a meadow then, and we just reseeded it from a meadow seed we'd got for also Fruit Hill Farm. So, but it's nice. It's I love seeing it. It's nice.
We're doing like meadow meditations with people, so groups that are here, like they just loved it. It was one of the favourite activities we did this year. People just coming and lying in the meadow. They said it was the thing they took away with them, and they were going to go straight back, get their children and go lie in a meadow before all the grass was cut. What we've learned, I suppose, in the last 20 years is that doing the same thing is not necessarily working for small Irish farmers and small holdings. So I've done a lot of work with farmers in Dingle and in different places, and looking at what skills have people got. Like, what other skills do people have? Like, Rena's a great photographer. I love drawing, and now we're both employed, as well as other things, but we're employed a lot to work here on the farm, to do the things we love, but do it on the farm. And I think that's what's really exciting potentially about farming for nature, is that you can actually use our land in ways that is actually farming for nature, but the income is coming in a more creative way.